Hi Glendale, I'm Meg Keller.
And I'm Michaela Injami.
And you're watching the Glendale 411. These greeting cards are different from the generic Hallmark brand.
Morgan Schaefer and Landry Schneider have the story.
In 2002, Prints by Pauline was created by Pauline Harris and her son. Today, Pauline's granddaughter carries on her legacy.
We sell prints of my grandmother's artwork, including greeting cards, prints on like watercolor paper in various sizes, prints on canvas. There's so much variety. They're very eclectic. She had flowers, landscapes, still lifes, fantasy and whimsical things. I can't get enough of them. So as far as the story goes, we started it at the end of her life, really. She was winding down. She was in the hospital a couple different times, and she was sending out handmade greeting cards, watercolors, things like that, and sending them to her friends and family. The demand grew so much for the greeting cards that they decided to take some of her actual paintings, scan that, and it became a business in terms of prints. So that's kind of the beginning of it. They didn't do anything as far as a website or things like that. It was just more like word of mouth at that time. I'm including my daughters in on the whole thing from the ground up so that they can kind of learn a lot of what goes into actually starting a business.
Mom takes videos of us, like promo videos. We help folding cards and packaging and stuff like that.
Yeah, having a family business is very different. I mean, it's more personal, I think. You know, we're interested in art and we're interested in selling the art that my grandmother made thing, and we want to kind of promote her story. And like I said, we're including the kids, and we're involving the whole family, and it's something that we're carrying on from the generations.
I think they're gorgeous. I love them all.
White Stag is a new premium barbershop in Springfield.
Connor Skinner and Ryan Harp have the story.
With premium barbers becoming a new craze in Springfield, Tyler Fleetwood and Gavin Boland started White Stag Barber Company to put their twist on the haircut industry.
The story is there's a guy whose name is St. Eustace, and he was born 116 AD. He was out hunting one day and he saw a white stag, and he saw a vision of the cross in between the stag's horns. The whole idea, of course, is that the white stag represents a man's scouting nature, always looking for greatness.
Both Tyler and Gavin previously worked at Hudson Hawk, another premium barbershop in town.
We left Hudson Hawk for us to just make our dreams come alive. You know, what they're doing is awesome, and we loved working there. We loved our time there. Everything was great, but we just had our own vision, and it was just time for us to move on and create something that could be ours. One of the big things that you're paying for whenever you have one of us do your hair is you're paying for creativity, you're paying for experience, and you're paying for somebody who knows what to do with your hair on an entirely different level than most people.
You know, the guys are just extremely talented. They know exactly what they're doing, and they keep the environment nice and fun and laid back, and the conversation is always good.
The future plans for the barbershop are not 100% right now. We've had some great success already with the shop. It's been awesome, and I foresee it continuing to grow and get even busier and bigger and everything like that. We want to hire artists, and that's what we want to do. We want to create a culture where we are going to have top stylists, the best.
Glendale is home to one of the National Merit Scholar finalists.
Amanda Zimmerman, Meg Keller, and I have the story.
Earlier this year, Glendale senior Jillian Hoogstraat was one of 10 National Merit Scholar semifinalists.
The National Merit Scholarship Organization gives a variety of different scholarships to students who take the PSAT, which is kind of like a pretest for taking the SAT, and it allows students to gauge how prepared they are for things like the SAT and the ACT. And then in addition, if you do well on the test, you get additional scholarships.
Jillian shares what opportunities the scholarships bring to her.
One of the scholarships is directly from the National Merit Organization, and you can take it to whatever college you want to. And then there's also colleges that have scholarship money set aside for National Merit finalists that choose to go there. And on top of that, there's a few private companies that will give you scholarships if you're majoring in certain degrees.
Jillian gained support from her peers and family.
Both of my parents were really excited about it at first because it meant that I would get more money to help pay for college, but they were also really proud of my academic accomplishments.
We were pretty thrilled. Honestly, we didn't know a whole lot about it. You know, she's always been very sharp, done very well on tests, and been high achieving. So it wasn't a huge surprise to me, but at the same time, it's very exciting for her.
The thing I like most about Jillian is probably her ability just to stick with a hard problem. When she's confronted with something that's difficult, she doesn't get deterred. She just finds ways to solve the problem.
Jillian expresses her plans for the future.
She's mentioned going to medical school eventually. She enjoys international affairs and politics, so she's decided that it might be easier to be a physician first and then go into politics later.
I'm sure whatever she ends up deciding to do, she'll be great at.
In the future, I want to get my med degree and become an OBGYN and hopefully help create global health initiatives that focus on women's reproductive health.
Reasons Ranch is a fun, welcoming place in Sparta.
Audrey Mace and Caitlin West have the story. Located in Sparta, Missouri, only 30 minutes from Springfield, sits Reasons Ranch, a haven for animals and people alike.
My husband and I bought it in '87. We started taking in unwanted animals then, so this has been going on a long time, and it has grown to this.
Helping Rita is the main priority. When I come out, normally I help Rita feed, and then sometimes I work with her.
What we usually do is we help Miss Rita do feed and take care of the horses. Well, I train. I ride her a lot. And I train other kids.
Rita will adopt almost any and every animal in need.
I will rescue anything that needs a home, or if someone's being abusive to an animal, I'll bring it here. There's horses, donkeys, mules, roosters, chickens, cats, dogs. They have their forever homes here. I don't resell, and they can be free.
There's so many animals that don't have homes, and so you just call up Rita and she'll take them in, no matter what.
Being on the ranch is something both the children and adults find beneficial to happiness and confidence.
Oh gosh, I've seen so much improvement in these kids that come out here, because horses are not easy. They're big animals, and these kids that can get on them and ride them and control them, it gives kids a lot of self-confidence, makes them feel really good about themselves.
She sort of helped me build my confidence, and so we've sort of like helped each other.
Before I came here, I was really shy and I wouldn't talk to anyone, and she helped me get out of my box, and now I can talk.
We moved my mom in, and so sometimes if I have a hard day, you know, at home or whatever, I can come out here, and I don't necessarily have to ride him or anything, but I walk him around and stuff and spend time with him, and it just makes things a little bit easier.
Rita has obstacles to overcome while running the ranch.
I'm a widow now, so I've gone nonprofit because this is really hard to feed all these on my income. Donations help me keep this place going.
Despite the challenges, there seems to be a general consensus about her attitude.
Rita is like a friend to everyone and every animal.
She definitely cares. She's a very caring person. Like, she won't even kill a spider.
Rita is the sweetest person you will ever meet.
The nicest person on the planet. Seriously.
This is my childhood dream to have something like this, and it just happened. I love my life, so I'm living my dream.
Glendale's own girls swim team won state this year.
Harper Brady and Chase Cantrell have the story.
After 4 months of training, the girls swim team swam at state, finishing first in the Class 1 division. Coach Boyce and some leaders of the swim team tell about what goes into such a big accomplishment.
Well, lots went in. We had a 15-week season altogether, lots of training, lots of work on technique, lots of racing, lots of getting fired up, and then some rest at the right time at the end to make things happen and swim fast. I think, you know, a lot of it is all that work that we do in the middle of the season when we're in December and January and it's cold and wet and dark outside, and we're training. We're training in the morning at 5:30 a.m. and we're training in the afternoon, and And we're doing the physical work then so that it'll pay off when it comes to February and meet time.
So we prepared for state with really long and hard practices. And some days we'd have 2 days, which is like 4 hours a day of swim. But it's like really hard work, but it gets us really prepared for swim and gets us to our best ability for state. So
I think one of the great things is to realize how hard it is to win the state championship at the end. You know, there's a whole lot of trophies in our trophy case down there off the commons. I think there's 50 some odd trophies from top 4 finishes at state, and maybe a fourth of them or a little less are from actually winning. And so to get to that very top is not easy. And that's pretty cool to see those girls climb all the way to the top of the mountain.
It was really fun to win, and it was really exciting, especially because I swim with a lot of my close friends, and so it was a special moment to win.
It meant a lot for me to win state because it's our senior year, and that was just super exciting to be able to win that. In our freshman year, we got second at state, so it was just really cool to like finish our high school career almost the same way that we started it.
The art of cosplay has grown in the past few years.
Emerald Davis, Hannah Martin, and Michelle Lewis have the story.
Cosplay is dressing up as a character to express your feelings about a show or the character. A lot of people do it because it is an art form and it is something that you can really go places with in your life.
It really can be a professional building experience, or it could be just for fun. It is really whatever you want.
I've been cutting and styling wigs since 5th grade and doing makeup since 5th grade because of it. And it's really helped me meet people that I would have never met, and it's helped me get out of my shell. It's the whole reason I'm in theater, and theater is what I want to pursue now with my life.
Cosplay has gotten me my greatest friendships, my greatest relationships, work opportunities, creative opportunities. It has been a wonderful part of my life for the past years that if I didn't do it, I don't know what would be going on. It'd be so boring right now.
Many cosplayers say you can spend as much or as little time as you wish when making costumes.
My stuff can be from a weekend project to months long to years long of research and development and redoing and messing up and trying again.
Once I have a costume finished, it doesn't mean it's really finished because I'm going to keep working on it until I look exactly like that person.
There's a huge range. Like some people will spend months and months, if not years. Other people will go to, do something where they just like find it in their closet and throw it on and go have just as good a time. And I love that you can do whatever you want with that. I think that that movies, especially things like the Marvel films, because we're getting so many and they're doing so well, has opened this up to a lot of people.
Cosplay is growing and everything's becoming more diverse. It's about finding a character, connecting with that character, and thinking there's something about this character that more people should understand.
Thanks for watching.
Make sure to check us out on social media at the Glendale 411.
Signing out, I'm Meg Keller.
And I'm Michaela Injami.